Hey everyone, it's Nancy, the nurse practitioner, and I'm here today with another video for you. Hope you're all doing well. It's getting chillier, but we're getting into the holidays, and even in the middle of COVID, you can always find a silver lining anywhere with all that's going on. So I just want to say peace and enjoy your holidays. But I'm here with a special guest for you today. She is my stepmom. Her name is Betsy. And Betsy was married to my dad for over 22 years, and we had such a blast with Betsy. And my father died a few years ago, but we still keep in good touch with her because she's so cool. And she is authoring a book, which is the reason I'm inviting you all to see what's possible. She just turned 90, right, Betsy?
Yes, last week.
So she just turned 90. And Betsy, tell us, first of all, how do you feel? How's it been during the COVID time, being home alone and stuff?
Oh, it's fantastic, particularly being home alone.
Oh,
It gives you a lot of time to meditate on your life and how to be happy. I think I've always been happy, but I'm even happier
okay.
at this age. This age is a fantastic age.
And why is that, you think?
Well, you don't have to make plans or worry about anything, or you're not going to be there to complete it anyway.
Well, you say that you don't worry, but, maybe because you have all your things in order, you have a trust, you have your will, you know how you want to be buried, all those things that people just kind of brush aside. Maybe we should say that might be why part of the reasons you don't have any worries is everything's in order. Is that true?
Well, I gave it to my kids. That helps a lot.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Those things like that make you feel like I have no worry, everything's
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a wonderful feeling. And then you don't feel your children, if they come to see you, it's out of obligation. You feel they might like you.
That's really funny. Well, one thing I can tell you, everyone, is Betsy always had a great sense of humor. And if anybody at 90 is writing a book, it should be her.
I had a cataract and I couldn't see, and then I wasn't driving. And I really couldn't spell, not that that has anything, except that when I had the cataract fixed, I could see perfectly and I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a Google, which is a miracle thing, and it spells.
So that was the reason it took the barriers away.
And I thought we could contribute at this age, and no one should say we can't. Everybody has something to contribute.
I totally
agree. Even if it's bad news.
Even if it's bad news. Oh. So what's your book about?
It's about how to survive your 90s and be happy and positive. And the only way to go is realize that anything here is going to be gone anyway. So you have to pledge your optimism and happiness on being happy and trying to make other people happy, and a legacy so they remember you as being good and kind and all those things.
Yeah, that's really good to say, because I think from what I hear of what's in your book, it's really going to help people of every age, not just over 90. Would you agree?
Oh, I agree. I'm so surprised I made it here.
So it sounds like you have a decent, you have a nice title for the book. You're flowing along with it. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning. It's something that you want to do to contribute. Good stuff. So can you tell me some of the content in the book, some of the things you want to share with us?
Well, not to think that you're helpless and ask your family to do everything for you. Do as much as you can, because they'll resent you and you make yourself a cripple, so you can't do anything yourself. Fortunately, when you live alone, you have to learn to do things yourself, and then use all the equipment you can, like the call button. That's a good aid before you need a physical aid.
The lifeline or whatever you
wear. Yeah, the lifeline.
Life alert.
And that's wonderful. It's a very good aid, because that goes to bed with you.
Yeah, and some people don't like that thing because they feel like, oh, but you know what, it gives you so much independence if only they thought of it that way. So I
It
think that,
saved my life twice. I had
oh,
2 heart failures.
oh, wow. So that's really good for everyone to know. You know, there's some things we do need, like our hearing aids, and got to wear glasses, use that cane so you don't fall. If you need Lifeline, use it so
I,
that you don't end up in the emergency room. And that's really that's the reason for my YouTube channel, is to prevent medical crisis and
oh,
unnecessary
I have some
hospitalization.
other suggestions. I use a walker, a 3-wheel walker, to get back and forth to the bathroom at night because you feel you have to go. I take a water pill and you jump up and you're dizzy. And if you had this 3-wheel walker, it gets you there in a hurry. Otherwise, you really got a problem.
No, and then you would run and you'd fall.
And I don't want to fall if you're taking blood thinners, and I have that.
Yeah, so it all becomes a big ball of wax. So I get
Yeah.
you. So you're looking good though, Betsy. You really are. So there's some parts of your book you want to explain. There's the pointers, and I know you started saying some of them. Can you read those to us? Because they're really good. The
Okay.
ones about
Yeah,
how to behave.
well, I'll read the one let's see.
But while you're looking, so how do you keep your humor, you think? Because are you just
Do I
born with
keep
it?
what?
Your humor, your good humor.
Oh, everything can be turned into humor. I mean, if I do get down on the floor and get up, I giggle. Giggling helps a lot. And I have to pull myself up somehow, because if you're living alone, but you always have the button. And I've heard of people having volunteers that I've worked with. They went in the bathroom and they couldn't get up off the toilet, and we had to call the fire department. Very embarrassing, but not much when you're in your 90s. Nothing
Yeah,
embarrasses you
no,
anymore.
anything's okay. So tell me some of those things. I know you were thinking about some ways that we should act as we get older.
In my 90s of appreciation, all I have and took for granted. Now we ask why we are here, how we can make old age worthwhile, what a 90-year-old could contribute, what COVID we now have time to analyze our lives. This is the most valuable time we want to have as a legacy. We want to think that our next generation is better because of us. Now we can learn by our mistakes. They are not mistakes if you learn by them. Ask yourself why we are here and what we're here for. I know that doesn't work. Greed. I know what doesn't work. Greed, work, bigotry, selfishness, hatred, laziness, anger. It goes on. Jealousy, getting even. Everybody's doing it. No comment. Never seen, never enough money, things. What does work? Integrity, honesty, goodness, what's right, unconditional love, keep commitments truthful. Don't depend on anybody to make anybody happy. It's never enough, or vice versa. You have to make yourself happy. Don't try to make anyone feel guilty if they're not doing something for you. They will rebel. Never expect duty as love. That will never make you happy.
Wow, this
But
is
with
really good,
nothing in
Betsy.
return.
Oh my gosh. So that's really like it's a soul searching life lesson book. A lot of us know what you're saying, but it's nice when it's written and you can take it from somebody who's been around a while, who's been through the times, so that you can share it. And that's the big thing, is some people are just learning, like younger folks, you know, learning virtue and important things. And you're trying to make sure that you're giving that message.
Humorous, a funny Betsy.
So when do you think this book will be published, Betsy?
I don't know. That it's keeping me alive, and I don't want to die. Oh, and I gave you the comment. Actually, I got it from Cindy, my daughter. Start living and trying not to die.
Try not to die. And, that goes for anybody, even, in a wheelchair or hospital bed. There's got to be something you can do to make you feel alive. If it's music you love, put on your music in the morning, start singing, do your exercises in bed. Try to keep a positive
At 90, that's the only place you could do your exercises.
in bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Betsy, this is so cool. We're looking forward to seeing your book. I think it's a great title. I think you're onto something really, really good for a lot of people. And having purpose is big, at any age.
Oh, yeah.
I thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else you want to tell the audience before we sign off?
Yeah, thank you for being my stepdaughter. I really appreciate it.
Oh. I appreciate you being my stepmom, and love you, Betsy. And to everybody from Nancy the Nurse Practitioner, check out my YouTube channel, Caregiver Success. If you like it, please subscribe. There's lots of videos for you. And I'm also a publisher of a book called Caregiver Success. It came out last February, and it's all full of tips and tools just to kind of be a good caregiver. And that's all of us, basically. So check that out on my www.caregiversuccess page if you're interested. It also is in an ebook. So take care. Have a good holiday. And Betsy, thank you for being my special guest today. It's a pleasure. Love you.
Thank you for asking me.
You're welcome. Take care now, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.